Every mode of training, it seems to me, has its drawbacks. If you say, as many have done in the past, well, the bricks and mortar seminary is the best model because you're in person. Well, you are in person, and that's great, but the downsides are significant. The costs are very high. The drain on families is very significant. You're pulling people away from their churches. In some cases, you're pulling them away from church, period, really, and placing them in a slightly artificial environment. Our hope, I think, is that this will be an optimal blend of local church situatedness, embodied relational context in the local church and with these short week-long courses, and then the majority of the academic content delivered online so that people all over the world can benefit from it.
I think it's one of those ironic things where you could say, you know, if you live in a community where there's a very strong pastoral training program or seminary that's, you know, right there in your neighborhood, go to it. If you can afford to go to it, please do. But the problem is that when it's centralized and you have to leave home and job and church to go there and sacrifice all of that in order to make that happen, now the cost has become so high that it is actually a negative experience for the family, for the church, and the community that you're from. And that's one of the things that B.B. Warfield commented on in his talk on the spiritual life of seminary students. Said the biggest problem was the fact that they had been ripped out of the context of their home and family and church in order to have this seminary experience. And that was the problem they had, was dealing with that uprootedness. So this approach is, it's not ideal perhaps in the face-to-face sense, but it's allowing people to maintain face-to-face relationships who are most important and nearest and dearest to them. And so it's a valuable experience that allows you to do that. And it remains face-to-face where you are connected to the pastors who are your mentors and elders and others around you and the family and so on. They're all able to contribute to that, and especially refining, sharpening your sense of call and your giftedness in certain areas that you might want to eventually stress.
Yeah, I think, the traditional model has a tendency to, once you've graduated, now you're ready for ministry. But the seminary doesn't do those things. The church does. The church equips, the church calls, the church ordains. And all we're doing is helping the church do that. But we're doing it as the church because we're having pastors do it in their churches while there's other people in other churches. So it's church-centric. It's for the church, for the Lord, and for the world, which is that's like our mission.
Our tagline.
Yeah, there you go.